So Recon here, and as promised, we're going to do a gear video. This is everything laid out, and I'll go over all these items, and then I'll do a second video when I have all the stuff packed up. So I'll also put my lighter pack link into the description for the video so that you can click on there and see an itemized list of everything I'm carrying. So I will go through some of this stuff fairly quickly. I'll start left upper. So what we've got up there is a NeoAir X-Lite pad, and below that is a Gossamer Gear Thin Light pad. I love the Thin Light pad because it keeps me from sliding around inside my tent. This is a Katabatic Palisade 950 fill 30-degree quilt. This is my Gossamer Gear Kumo 36 pack, weighs 20 ounces. It's a frameless pack, and I've been quite happy with that. This is my Thurston X-Mid Pro 1 one-person tent. The tent itself weighs 15.7 ounces. In that pack, I also have the stakes, a Tyvek ground sheet, and then also a Swedish cloth for wiping down condensation. Over here is my puffy. This is my Enlightened Equipment Torrid Apex synthetic puffy. I love that. This is a Vado Apparel Alpha Direct hoodie. It's 90 grams in the torso and 60 grams in the sleeves. I had them make that for me custom, and pretty happy with that. It works quite nicely. Down here I have my rain suit, which is on the bottom of this. These are Enlightened Equipment Visp pants. They weigh about 3 ounces. And then that is a Montbell Versalite jacket. On top of that is a REI fleece hoodie, or I'm sorry, not hoodie, a beanie, and then REI Power Stretch fleece gloves. And I figure in the White Mountains, I'm gonna probably want the fleece hoodie and also the gloves and the beanie. This is a head net for the black flies and mosquitoes in Maine. These are earplugs. I sleep with earplugs every night. This is a synthetic base layer. This is what I sleep in. So that's my dry sleep layer. That'll be inside my pack along with the quilt and the air mattress inside a waterproof liner. These are Gore-Tex socks. They weigh 2.6 ounces for the pair. And I don't bring camp shoes. I bring Gore-Tex socks instead. So if my trail runners are dry, then I just loosen them up and that's my camp shoe. If they're wet from river crossings or rain, then I will put on dry socks, and then I'll put the Gore-Tex socks over top those, and then I can put my wet trail runners back on, and my dry socks stay dry. They weigh, I think, 2.6 ounces for the pair. They're lighter than pretty much almost any camp shoe. So water bottles, I've got a 700 milliliter bottle here. This rides in the shoulder strap of my pack. This is a liter smart water bottle with a Slurry Squeeze filter on it with a sport cap. That's a CNOC Vecto, that is 2 liters. So between those, I can get plenty of water for camp. This actually is a 1 liter wide mouth Nalgene collapsible, and that's actually a pee bottle. Once I get in my tent at night, if it's cold or raining, I don't want to go back out again. Up here, I have a Toaks 750 milliliter titanium pot, a long-handled titanium spork, and this is my MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe. This is a cozy for the freeze-dried food or the freezer bags. I would like this. It keeps things pretty warm. It's extremely light. Doesn't hardly weigh anything. Here we have Nylafume pack liners. These weigh 0.9 ounces each. I usually take 2 of those, so I have a spare. That'll go inside my pack, and then inside that will go the puffy and the air mattress, the quilt, all that stuff, and it keeps everything nice and dry. Toilet kit, I've got my Deuce of Spades trowel inside a Ziploc because it gets dirt everywhere. I've got a 1 ounce bottle of Camp Suds and some hand cleaner. These are wipes. You just put a couple drops of water on and they turn into a washcloth. Those are nice sometimes at the end of the day. So that's the toilet kit. It's all inside of a Gossamer Gear Tyvek Ditty bag. This is my Ditty bag, kind of odds and ends. This is a DCF Ditty bag. These are some nail clippers from Victorinox. They weigh less than an ounce. This is just toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, that sort of thing. I'll put my medications in there. Reading glasses. I am carrying the flush syringe for the Sawyer. A lot of people don't carry that and use a sport cap. I'm just skeptical. I don't think I'm ever able to get a good flush with a sport cap. And I'm hoping to get the Sawyer to last me the entire through hike. Then here's my repair kit. I've got tenacious tape in here. I've got some DCF patches for my tent. There's some spare washers in here for my, not my Garmin, my spare washers for my Sawyer, and then some spare hooks for my gaiters, and then another adapter for my power cables. A lighter, which is just a backup to the igniter on my stove. I'm bringing an air tag this time because I'll be flying with this stuff and I can't lose any of it. Aquamira drops. I always carry these as a backup to the Sawyer, and in case the Sawyer breaks. I did trip one time on the Appalachian Trail and fall and cracked the Sawyer in half. And so these are nice to have as a backup. And I also use them in the wintertime because the Sawyer can't freeze, and so I just use these exclusively in the winter, and they're easy to use. A compass. I understand the Appalachian Trail is a trail and you don't need a compass. I actually like the compass because if I go off trail to use the restroom, if the woods are really dense, oftentimes I'll use the compass to follow an azimuth out and then straight back so I don't get lost. Nitecore. This is the NU25 rechargeable headlamp with a shot cord modification. That is a Garmin InReach Mini. I think everybody knows what that is. Electronics. Unfortunately, I'm needing to bring a power bank. This is a Nitecore NB 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. This is an Anker Nano Pro. This has two USB-C outputs and is 40 watts total or 20 watts per channel if you are using both of those. I've got Anker cables here. This one here is USB-C to Lightning, so I can charge my iPhone with that. This one is USB-C to USB-C, so I can plug the power bank into this thing here and charge the power bank up. And then I have an adapter on here. This is actually a micro USB, and so this just clips on the end of the USB-C and turns this into a micro, because the Garmin InReach and also my headlamp both require micro USB to charge. So that way I don't need to carry a separate cable, I just carry the adapter. That stuff unfortunately is kind of heavy, but it is what it is. And then last but not least, I spread my first aid kit out all here. If you want to know what an ER doctor carries in the first aid kit, this is pretty much it. I've got some ibuprofen here. There's some fine point tweezers for pulling off ticks. This is Leukotape, which is on a non-adherent backing. These are just two sizes of Band-Aids. This is Zofran. This is for nausea, if you're not aware of that. Imodium. So yes, there's a lot of Imodium here. Ultralighters say that you pack your fears, and I'm afraid of diarrhea. So I've got a lot of Imodium there. Some fine point scissors for cutting the Leukotape and other things. Two different types of antibiotics. I've got doxycycline here. Really as just a prophylaxis if I happen to get bitten by a tick and I'm worried about Lyme. And then this is Augmentin. I've had diverticulitis in the past, and this is the treatment for that. So I'm bringing a course of Augmentin just in case. Diphenhydramine or Benadryl for allergic reactions. This is just some antifungal cream, and this is some triamcinolone steroid cream, which came in handy a couple weeks ago when I got chiggers on the Appalachian Trail, and this really helped. So that is kind of everything. Again, the lighter pack will be in the link in the description, so you can go to that and check it out. And then once I get all this packed up and inside the Kumo, I will just do another quick video so you can see that. All right, I've got the Kumo packed up. This is how it's going to be when I start the 100-mile wilderness, actually when I leave Katan Stream Campground. So everything that was on the bed that I showed in that other video is now inside the pack. It is 21.5 pounds right now. It's got 5 days of food in it. I'm pretty happy about that. The weight is without water, so we'll need to add probably 2.2 pounds per liter of water. And then I don't have a fuel canister because I can't fly with that. I'll have to pick that up when I get to Maine. So anyway, 21.5 pounds without the fuel canister and water, I think I'm pretty pleased with. It's going to put me 24 and a half pounds to start out. And again, that's with 5 days of food. And I probably won't be carrying 5 days of food most of the time. This is just to get me halfway through the 100-mile wilderness where I'll pick up a food drop. So I want to go ahead. I'm not going to leave this thing packed because I don't want to leave my quilt compressed. I'm going to go ahead and unpack it real quickly, show you what's in here, how I put it in. So first, on the outside, this right here is just, we see my water bottle. It goes in that side pocket. That's on the right side. InReach Mini, I always like to carry right here. And then in this stretch pocket here, I put my iPhone 14, and I did weigh the pack with the iPhone 14 in it. That's like 8 ounces. On this strap here, I put a 700 milliliter bottle. I like this because it's just easier to reach. This pack is narrow, and I cannot reach the other bottle when I'm wearing it. So I'll put this here. Sometimes I'll mix some drink mix into it, that sort of thing. But this is more accessible. I've also found that carrying it here actually does a really nice job of balancing out the weight of the other bottle and kind of makes the pack more comfortable. So in the front, I have my Katahdin Stream Campground reservation. I'm going to need to have that. This is the pee bottle. This will ride out here until I have enough space inside the pack, once the food bag collapses a little bit. Right now, it's pretty stuffed with 5 days of food. It's only a 36-liter pack. The bottom is my rain suit. Showed that to you the other day. I want to do this. And there's a pocket down here, right here on the bottom. That's on the left side as you're carrying the pack. And that's my C-Notch Vecto. And my stove. I can get it out of here. There we go. That's the pot, stove, all there goes in the outside pocket. It's rattling around right now because there's no fuel canister. It won't rattle when the fuel's in there. In the zip lid right here, I have my mosquito head net. And a gallon Ziploc. This is where I keep my fleece gloves. I keep my fleece beanie and my headlamp in here. Just to keep it dry if it rains. So that's pretty much the exterior of the pack. So let's take the lid off, open it up. This is the toilet kit in the Tyvek zipped bag. The day bag with all the stuff I showed you the other day. Right here on top is the tent. My Xmid Pro 1 with the stakes and the Tyvek ground cloth. And this monster right here is my Z-Packs DCF food bag, and then the bear hanging kit's inside here, the line, and also the rock bag. So that's 5 days of food. I typically go through about 1.5 pounds of food a day. It's pretty consistent every trip I've ever been on. So that thing is about 7.5 pounds of food right there. All right, we'll go a little bit deeper here. Cozy and spork. And then normally, what I'm going to get into now would be normally inside a pack liner. I didn't bother with that because I was just doing this for demonstration purposes. But normally, the next layer would be stuff I'm not going to use during the day. It's inside a Nylafume waterproof pack liner, which I would have twisted off and have the neck stuck down on the side so it doesn't leak. But I didn't use the pack liner because I know I'm unpacking it. So, my Alpha Direct hoodie, 4.7 ounces. This is not on my lighter pack list. It was an omission, basically. I am still uncertain about this. I don't know if I'm going to bring it or not. I may take it and send it home after the White Mountains. I haven't really decided yet. So. My Enlightened Equipment Torrid Apex Puffy. This is actually the pump sack for my NeoAir mattress. I carry the pump sack. It weighs 2 ounces. I don't like blowing the thing up my mouth, so I carry this. It's 2 ounces, but it also doubles as my spare gear or spare clothing bag. So I have a spare set of hiking socks. I've got another pair of those for sleeping in. And then I've got the Gore-Tex socks I showed the other day that I use as camp shoes. And what else do I have in here? The power bank to recharge the phone. I typically only recharge in the evening when I'm in camp, so the power bank and the cables kind of stay in my sleep gear, and then I recharge in the evening. And it keeps it dry because it's inside the polythene bag. Then just kind of loosely stuffed in the corners as my sleeping base layer. That's my quilt, Macadabatic Palisade 30 degree quilt. I'm using the small stuff sack. It just makes it easier to control. This thing is so lofty that it just kind of keeps climbing back out of the pack. So stuff sacks, minimal weight. I mean, I'm going to carry it. I just like putting the quilt in there. Keeps it under control. It's easier to pack. Now we're at the very bottom. In the back is my Thermarest NeoAir. I actually have a pillow, a Sea to Summit Aeros ultralight pillow, inflatable that I use every time. Really like that. And I have it Velcroed. It's literally Velcroed onto the air mattress. I leave it Velcroed on there. I never take it off, hardly ever. I can't stand chasing my pillow around. This way it just stays put. And then at the very bottom is the Gossamer Gear Thin Light Pad, weighs 3 ounces. The main reason I'm carrying this really is 2 reasons. One is to protect the air mattress from getting punctures. The other reason is because on uneven ground, on the DCF floor of that tent, the air mattress will slide around. And I don't like surfing in the middle of the night. You'll slide to wherever gravity takes you. This thing underneath the air mattress, it sticks like glue. I might still slide, but the air mattress stays put. So that is pretty much it. There's the empty bag, 20 ounce Gossamer Gear Kumo 36 liter pack. That's how I pack it. I normally don't carry 5 days of food, but it's kind of stuffed to the gills right now. But 21.5 pounds without water and without the fuel canister, again, brings me to 24-ish pounds, 24 and a half, with 5 days of food starting out. I'm pretty pleased with that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll post a video. I will put the lighter pack link in the description so you can go look at that. It is as accurate as I can make it. There might be an omission here or there, but it's pretty close. So that's it. This will probably be my last video until I'm actually leaving for the trip. So please remember the Marine Reconnaissance Foundation. Please remember our Gold Star families. On my channel, there's a link to the foundation fundraiser. Please keep them in mind, and if you're able, please consider a donation. All right? So for that, Recon out, and have a great day.